Okay, ball and weights are handy. We're gonna start standing up. As always, a little shoulder rolling, bigger arms, nice sweep, maybe a one-arm backstroke. And then stay over and reach that arm up, come back down, backstroke a couple times, and then the other way. And then we're gonna roll our shoulders forward, and then we're gonna squeeze and open our chest. We're gonna roll forward, squeeze and open. Do that 3 more times for me, please. All right, last time. Squeeze it and relax those shoulders up, back, and down. And I'm gonna just add a little music here, sorry. And we're gonna start a little step touch. Nutmeg's gonna warm up with us. All right, we'll take that to 2 steps in the right in 4, 3, here we go. Maybe make those arms a little bigger. And that hamstring curl if you want. We're going to stay here in hamstring curl only. Keeping those biceps going. Turn that back into your step touch. We're going to take 2 steps to the left in 4, 3, here you go. Hamstrings if you want. We'll stay here, hamstrings only. Good. We're going to turn that hamstring curl into a step touch. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades back. That step touch becomes a toe point. That toe point becomes a knee lift. And then all we're going to do is change the arms to pull down. Add a twist. Leg comes up and over, elbow goes down. And we'll double time it and leave it on one side in 4, 3, right knee only. Two more. Beautiful. Step touch. Hamstring curls here. Keep the hamstrings going, hands on your hips. Squeeze those shoulders. Alternate, or no, don't alternate. Turn that hamstring curl into a step touch. And then a toe touch. Pull down, knee lift. We're going to add a little twist. Knee comes up and across, elbow down and away. In a moment, we'll stay on the left end. We'll double time it in 4, 3, here we go. Two more. Step touch. What is that, Flo? Hands back on your hips. Wide stance. Slow it down. And let's keep that wide stance. Bend those knees, hands on your thighs. Exhale, tuck that tailbone under, round through that spine. Inhale, open the other way, lengthen it out. Good, exhale, roll it under. Inhale, lengthen out. Let's drop the right in, look over the left. Back through center, drop the left, look over the right. And then let's just move that body with that. Good, we're gonna leave that wide stance. We're gonna come down, abs are gonna draw in. We're gonna walk it out. We're gonna do that Pilates style push-up with our hands really close, elbows moving backwards as we lift and lower. Wow, legs can stay nice and wide for a little more support here. Almost there. Beautiful. Let's tip it back, walk it back. Keep that right hand in center. Lift that left arm up. Bend the right knee. Replace and go the other way. And then hands on your thighs. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Roll through that 2 more times for me, please. Beautiful. And then extend into your cow. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, let's bring that down. All right, let's start with everything. So chair is handy in case you need it for balance. Ball is between your thighs. Then you're gonna bring those feet into parallel. You have your weights handy. You're gonna roll up on your toes. Abs are drawn in. Ah, there we go. All right. Then we're gonna bend those knees. We're gonna put that weight in your left hand and we're gonna extend it forward and come up. Sit down and extend and up. Down and extend and up. So you're trying to get all the way straight at some point. If both weights in that hand feels like too much, just go back to that one. So it's a bent at the beginning, but then straightens out at the end. Beautiful. Couple more here. Let's sit down. Maybe put those heels down for now. Walk them together, a little Pilates V with your feet. Abs are still in, tailbone is long. Squeeze that ball so it's almost as like if you're popping it forward. Good, bring that same arm, that left arm way out here. Squeeze the ball and at the same time, squeeze and straighten. Squeeze and straighten, squeeze and straighten, squeeze and straighten, squeeze and straighten. Bicep, inner thighs. Quads, palm to the sky. So you're working those biceps. Last 2 and last 1. Woo, relax that for just a second. Take that left arm, palm open, bring it behind you, nice stretch for the bicep. And then we're just gonna move things to the other side. Fall back between your quads. Both weights or one weight, up to you, in your right hand. Up on those tippy toes. In that knee to travel down. And then we're gonna add that arm extension or sort of your platter. Good, palm faces up. Again, if this feels like a lot, you are always welcome to just go to that single weight. 2 more. Beautiful. We're going to come down. We're going to put those heels, or excuse me, yeah, the heels down, but then together. Abs in, squeeze that ball, arm almost straight. At the same time, we squeeze the ball tighter, straighten the arm. Squeeze and straighten, squeeze and straighten. Almost there. Woo, and relax. And once again, right arm this time, palm flexes, open to the back. All right, let's switch that chair over again. Let's put that ball behind your right leg. Actually, you know what, let's stay straight up. No, sorry. I'm having a little discussion with myself here. We're gonna bend that left knee. We're gonna try and find that parallel position with that torso. We're gonna bring the right arm by the side. And what we're gonna do to start with is lift the heel and straighten the arm at the same time. Pinky is to the sky, so it's tricep work here. Two more. Good, now leave the arm fairly straight, turn the palm toward the ceiling, but don't let that shoulder roll down. We're gonna squeeze the ball, hamstring curl, at the same time straighten the arm, squeeze and straighten, just like we did a minute ago, but with triceps and hamstrings. And relax. Woo! We should feel that in the standing leg as well as the working leg. Left arm comes, or right arm comes down, give it a tug back. Good. Let's take left leg over right, shoot the hip to the left, arms to the right. Beautiful. We're going to switch sides. We'll stretch better in a few minutes. So this time that ball comes behind your left leg. Right knee is going to bend. Weight in your left hand. 90-degree angle here. And try to have your torso parallel to the ground. We're going to straighten the arm as we push the heel to the sky. Almost there. Good, now turn the palm up, get the shoulder out of the ear, squeeze a ball as you straighten the arm, squeeze and straighten, squeeze and straighten, squeeze and straighten. Beautiful. Whew, bring that up. Take that left arm down your left side. Cross that left leg over the right, hips go left, arms go right. And back through center again. Switching everything up. All right, and that ball is going behind that right leg again. This time we'll be standing up and a single weight probably in that right hand. You can use two if you decide to. Abs in, tailbone long. Bend that left knee, but make sure the right knee isn't ahead, right? It's a little behind. Both arm and leg are going to basically do the same thing. It's up to the side. Try to keep yourself centered as much as possible. I know you're going to tip a little to the left, but just do your best. Almost there. Good, let's stay up with the leg, hamstring curl here, and that arm on this angle is going to straighten. So it should be medial tricep now, and some shoulder. And relax. All right, we're going to switch it up. I'm not going to move my chair because you guys all are professionals. You know what I'm doing, even if you see it towards the back. I think, but if you need me to, I'll switch. Abs in, right knee is bent, left leg is slightly behind it. Weight in your left hand. We're flaring up and over to the left. Arm does the same thing at the very top, you tip as if you're pouring something out of that dumbbell. So your thumb comes down and your pinky comes up. Almost here. Good, hold it up, squeeze that hamstring, straighten the arm. And relax. All right, set everything down for 1 second. And then right again, ball behind that right leg, bend that left knee, no weights to start with. Knees are together, hamstring curl. But it's really important that your thighs are zipped up because you're gonna feel that a little more on the semimembranosus and tendinosus, right? Those skinny little hamstrings. When you're ready, a ball in your right hand, or a weight in your right hand, it's away from your body as far as you're comfortable with, straighten. Straighten as you squeeze, straighten as you squeeze. Hamstring curl still going. And relax. Let's just shift that weight behind that left leg. Knees are squeezed together. You start with that hamstring curl, so we're just going to feel it a little more in that left side now. Right when it's not on vacation though. Left arm to the side. Straighten the arm as you squeeze the ball. And relax. Let's give that leg just a little bit of love, still more coming. So let's extend that right leg out, turn the toes out a little bit, bend your left knee and hinge so your spine is flat, not rounded, right? So that way we can get that hamstring by lifting up those right toes, push that tailbone back. Again, it's not tucked under, it's extending. Roll those toes down, come up over that. And then we'll do the same on the left. Left leg out, little turn out, right knee is bent, spine is flat, nice and parallel to the ground. Think about extending that tailbone up. Roll those toes up and bring that down. And we'll stand up. All right. Ball back behind that right leg again. And one weight in your right hand. Left leg is almost straight. We're just going to start with our little dunking bird motion. So really all you're doing with that right leg is holding that ball just to give you some hamstring ignitement. I'm going to give you some options with this arm. It comes up by your ear. That's going to be your anterior deltoid, the front of your shoulder. But it's also more challenging. A little kinder to your back will be a lateral raise. Elbow leads the way. And if none of those work, you could extend that arm back behind you. You could do all three, right? Different one every time. Hold on to that ball. Almost there. Ooh, I hope that left leg is feeling this by now. And we relax. Ball weights in that chair. Wide stance. Hands on your thighs. Let's round that back and extend that spine. Round and extend. Coming back up. We're doing it again. Ball behind your left leg, weight in your left hand. Start with that dunking bird, get used to your dunking bird. Then when you're ready, option arm by your ear. lateral raise, rear raise, or a combination of all of them. Almost there. 2 more. And relax. Weight and ball in your chair. Wide stance, hands on your thighs. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Extend that spine. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Stay here. Right shoulder in, look up over your left. Back through center, other way. Good, back through center, tuck. Extend. Bring that up. Shoulders back and down. All right, we're actually heading to the ground, but we're bringing both the weights and the ball with us. So take a moment, find your way there, please. All right. So we're going to start with this super fun thing, sitting up on the ball with your left glute. You can have your weights off to the side for now. And you're creating a little bit of a figure 4 here, right? Okay, I want you to turn, readjusting, turn towards your left leg. You're gonna lift up, but here's what I want you to do. I want you to lower with control as slowly as you possibly can go. You might feel a little hamstring. We're actually working the quad in an eccentric contraction. So we can do that a couple like that. We're gonna lift up. We're gonna slowly, slowly, slowly lower. Now, this ball means that I don't have to lower all the way down. If you don't need that, you may move that, right? So you come up, that's the less important part. You slowly, 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 with control, lower. Let's just do one more. We lift it up and slowly, slowly, slowly lower. Don't forget that. We'll do that on the other side, but not quite yet. So for now, I want you to leave that ball underneath you, but you can center it a little bit, but bring that right leg out now. You're gonna have an option to add a weight, but for now, let's put the weights beside you so you can actually press into them so that your spine, see how I can grow taller by pushing on my weights? Let's do that and lift that right leg up. Adjust your weights as needed. There we go. All right, flex and point, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep it pointed, lift an inch. Keep it flexed, lift an inch. Point it, bend it, stretch. Flex it, press. Everything together. Point, flex, point, lift, flex, lift, point, bend, stretch, flex, bend, stretch. And then we get to use this ball. We're just going to roll off of it, bring that right leg back where it was to start with, and you can just rest on the ball as your arm comes overhead, and then round down on the ball, tummy comes on the ball, round up off that ball, and then lastly, tuck the rib and the hip together. We're going to come up and sit on that ball with our right glute. If you have any knee stuff or bony knees or just need a little extra support, I have multiple mats here so that when I stand or when I come up on my knee, I'm gonna have a lot of cushioning, right? So I turn towards that knee, we lift up, and then we lower slowly. And again, if you can move the ball out of the way and sit all the way down, that's fine. Make sure when you sit on the ball, you don't plunk at the very end. I know I don't need to define the word plunk. And 2 more. All right. Woo. Stay on that ball, but center it if you like. Bring your weights if you like having them for that little bit of support. If you didn't, you can put them down there on your shin for extra work. I'm not doing that today. I'm not doing that today. Shoulders out of your ears. Abs in. Lift that left leg off the ground, we point and flex. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point lift. Flex lift. Point bend stretch. Flex bend stretch. All together, point flex, point lift, flex lift, point bend stretch, flex bend stretch. Bring that down. Hey, come here. Lean it over on that ball if you like. Tuck that leg behind you. Good, and then we can roll over that ball. And then we can come up and open to the back. And then we're going to bring that rib and hip, tuck it together. And then we'll come up. Woo, okay. Almost done with the lower body. We're going to roll over onto our spine. We're going to get a little bit of nice pure glute work here. So we're going to put that ball underneath the arches of our feet. If you end up thinking, nah, it's a bad idea for me, you can do this bridge pose without that. We're going to put both weights right here on our hips and our hip flexors, so right where the thigh and the hips connect, fingertips there. Roll the ball back a little bit so that your toes are up in the air and your heels are down. So you can see I have a little bit sort of a 90-degree angle at my ankles, I hope. All right. And then press into the ground and lift the hips up in a beautiful bridge. And again, you're just holding this. Notice your knees may have gapped open, mine did. So I'm going to squeeze those knees together and feel those hamstrings even more. Lower and lift, lower and lift. If this is going haywire for you, you can bring your arms down and just hold the weights, right? Few more here. Are your knees still together? Mine came apart. And relax. All right, that felt so good that we're gonna give some love to those hamstrings. So a single weight behind your right leg, bring that knee in, maybe let the left leg drop a little off to the side, right knee comes to the side, back through center, a little gentle rock here. And then finally flex the heel to the sky, bring that weight behind the shin, and then straighten it out, point and flex. And then we'll bend the right knee, let it flop a little, left knee comes in, weight goes behind it, we hug it in, we rock and roll. Then we're gonna bring that weight down, push it against that calf muscle, flex point, bring it straight, and relax. All right. One of my favorites when we have the weights is to put those weights in your left hand, right above you, but then you check on those abs. Since we have the ball, we're going to do a sneaky trick and put the ball here, right? So I'm going to try and hold it with my abs, or even more challenging would be on your rib cage, because that's what we're trying to keep still. Arm goes overhead and then lift straight above. That's where we start. Pinky is to the ceiling. Chin is tucked and nodding yes. How's that ball doing? It's staying in place, right? That means your ribs are staying flat. Adding on, bring the arm overhead, bend the elbow, straighten it, and come up. So a little tricep action. And now we're just going to leave the arm overhead, bend and straighten, straighten, straighten. Small move. And relax. We'll stretch that in a minute. Move the weights to your right hand. Keep that ball centered. Arm goes overhead and then comes right up. Up and over on the inhale. Exhale by your, or right over your shoulder. Adding on, we bend the elbow, we straighten the elbow, we come up and over, bend and straighten and up. And then we just leave that arm by our ear, bend and straighten, straighten. And relax. Let's roll up. Bring your weights, bring your ball. Give yourself some support with that ball. Take that weight in your right hand and you're just holding the weight so it drops down as you bring that towards your right side. That should give you a beautiful stretch. I'm using the weight to be like a pulley on that arm, moving over to the center and then over to the left. And I'm leaning back, so my abs are working, by the way. Use your arm to help lift that up. Put the weight in your left hand. Again, I'm holding it, dangling it. And then I bring that left arm towards that, or left hand towards that left shoulder. Again, I'm in that ab crunch, not crunch, but lengthening here, middle of the spine. And then over to the right. Then I'm going to use my hand to help bring that up. Whew, weights can rest. The weights can rest. They're probably very tired by now. All right, knees are together. As a matter of fact, let's put a single weight between those knees so we'll have some awareness of keeping those knees together. Shoulders back and down, back of the neck is long. A little exhale back against the ball. Push your belly button against the ball. So you're a little bit of a curl, a little turtle, but try not to let the head come too far. Inhale up, exhale, pull back and up. Exhale back, inhale, lift. Two more, exhale back, inhale, lift. Last time, exhale back, inhale, lift. We're gonna make it a 4 count now and add the weight if you want. So we're gonna exhale back, curl, and then see if you can lift the weight up a little bit, lower it before you come up, curl into the ball. And if you'd like, you can lift it up, but you don't have to do that. That might be a lot for your shoulders. Exhale, hinge back, give it a little curl, lift the weight if you can, or leave it there. Come up, lift if you want. Exhale, curl back, pull it in, lift it up, lower down, bring it up. And we get to relax for a second. We're going to just roll up onto that ball. Sit toward the front of the ball so you're not way back here. So you can sit up really tall on that ball. Grab your hamstrings, knees are bent. Hinge forward, let that ball roll underneath you so it kind of gives you a wedge, not wedgie. Hands behind you, spine stretch. If you want to, you can straighten your legs out a little bit. You can even roll forward enough that the ball actually comes right underneath you. And then we'll sit up nice and tall. And once more, we're gonna roll forward just enough so it's underneath us, underneath our sacrum. We're gonna put that ball back, or excuse me, that weight back between the knees. This is gonna keep us honest. We're gonna bring that weight into your front hand. And again, you're not rounded this time, you're just hinged. You're gonna open and the back arm is gonna lift up. You're gonna trade them at center and go the other way. Nice and slow with control. And we get to relax. Whew, I think we deserved it. All right, you're gonna bring that ball back now so it ends up between your shoulder blades, giving us a nice support. We're gonna bring our fingertips to the edges of our skull and see if we can allow our elbows to rest on the ground. So I'm getting a little stretch across my chest. I'm also getting that arch right behind the shoulder blades, chin nods yes, and it's gonna stay in that yes position. Holding here for a moment. And then we're going to allow the head to drop back, keeping the chin tucked. And then we're going to come back up to where we started. Elbows can come up, but we just don't want to bring them in like that, right? We want to keep them out of our peripheral vision. So we lower and lift. Up and over. A lot of support for your head for me, please. If you want a little more support and a little more resistance at the same time, cross your elbows, cradle your head, but make sure that keeping that chin tucked. You can do this and then wrap your hands around each other. My biceps are cradling my ears, so I'm not lifting my head in front of my arms. Option to lift one knee up at a time if you'd like. Beautiful. Last time, relax, roll that ball out from under you for now, put it back between your knees, hug those knees in, and then find tabletop. So a little more challenge would be to put that ball lower just because it gets a little wobblier, arms into a T, head nodding yes. If you have a tendency for your chin to stick up, give it a nod. Heels are together, they can be Pilates V or parallel. Lower those legs for your toe touch. Exhale, come back up. Inhale to lower. Exhale, back up. Squeeze the ball on the way up. And again, you can play with where it would be best for you. If you need a little knee support, it goes between your knees, right? Little inner thigh action. If you want a little wobbliness, you put it between your ankles. Don't forget the squeeze on the way up, no matter where you have it. Now we're going to continue with our toe touch, but we're going to lift our hips up and put that ball underneath the tailbone. So we have that extra challenge of an unstable environment. Bring those legs tabletop and then test it. See if you lift those arms and find, woo, it's a little wobbly. And then option to try your toe touch here. For counterbalance, I'm lifting my arms a little higher. You might be able to lower them a little. Make sure you don't move those knees so far away from you that your ribs pop up. So keep those tucked in, please. Come up to the top, nod your head yes, arms back on the ground. From this position, you're not going to roll off the ball. You're just going to let your knees go a little side to side, only within control, right? Just a few that like that. Just, playtime entertainment. And then come back through center, relax for a moment. And then we're going to bring that ball back on our belly button one more time, or your ribs, you decide. This time our legs are going up. An option for single leg lower, straight leg lower. If this is too much on your hamstrings, your low back, go back to bent knee, toe touch. Or you can do straight legs down and back up. Just a few more. And then we're going to relax. Put the left foot on the ground. Let's bring that ball behind the right knee. We'll use our hands to squeeze that shin closer to the hamstring so you get a little bit of a massage, we'll call it, and then bring the knee in, and that should start to create a stretch in your hamstring, glute attachments. Bring that right knee over to the right. Let the left knee flop a little to the left. Pull your right toes back and grab them. If you want to, you can play with your toes, right? Push and pull. And then as we come back to center, we're going to straighten the left leg, flex through the heel, bring it on the ground. And we're going to roll the ball so that we can both pull the thigh in and press the shin and calf towards the sky. And then we'll roll that ball even farther towards the ankle point, lift up, flex, and come down. We're going to bring that ball behind that right knee again, arms into a T, and we'll just let it drop over to the left. As you bring it back through center, cross that right ankle over the left thigh, bend that left knee, grab the ball, bring it behind the left hamstring, thread your needle, point and flex the left foot, maybe circle it, pivot, and then again, bend it, grab it, deeper stretch. And then lastly, we'll cross the right leg all the way over, bring the knees up and in, a little to the left, feel that deep stretch on the right side, and then we drop to the left. And then as you come back through center, just uncross the legs on that side. Bring the right leg back first and then the left leg, and the ball should be where you need it to be, behind that left leg. We'll start by squeezing that shin down on, we're going to squeeze against the shin onto the calf against the hamstring, over to the left. Pull those toes back. Feel free to point and flex against your hands. And then straighten out the right leg as you bring that left knee back through center. And again, we'll tuck it in. We're going to move that ball so it pushes the hamstring down and the calf up. And then we'll roll it up that leg. Point, flex, bring it down, bend the knee. If you know, I didn't say this before, you're welcome to put that weight on the opposite hand to help your shoulder stay down as you twist to the right. Come on back through center, figure 4 stretch, thread your needle, grab the ball behind your right leg, flex and point through the right side, windshield wiper and circle, and then bend that knee, give it a big hug in for a deeper stretch on the outside of the left hip. Then we crisscross and we'll drop to the right again. While you're over there, just uncross the legs, left leg comes back up, right leg follows. You can put the ball to the side. You're gonna meet me, however you get there, on your hands and knees, please. Regular old cat-cow. There's no such thing as a regular cat. Beautiful. Tuck those toes, high knees, and then press into your down dog. You're always welcome to pedal those heels out if that feels good to you. And then we'll do a wide stance, hang over, bend your knees, cat, cow. Bring it up for your curtsies. Thank you, guys.